Hey everyone, glad you could join us. We're just taking a little break from exploring mines in Arizona, and we're beginning back at our next week. So we're going flying back into Phoenix, and probably going to spend the rest of the winter down there. Something really cool happened that we figured out for the channel here. So I don't know, if it kind of noisy or something. But when you're watching one of my videos or whatever, when you're done watching a video, some other random video comes up that's got nothing to do with my channel or anything like that. So we found a way to change that. So if you click on this link, you can see all the videos that I've got. And after you're finished watching that video, the next video in the series will come up. So if you started at the very beginning, you could watch all of them. They would just automatically come up next. So I'll give you the link here, and we'll have a chat with one of you guys. In before the riffraff. Well, didn't beat me in here. Okay, I'll paste this for you, and there we go. So all right, so if you click on that link, it'll give you a list of all the videos that are on that channel. And when you're finished watching that video, the next one will automatically come up. So it's kind of cool. So we done that. Okay, what's up? Okay, so we're down there. We did a whole bunch of stuff with Glide, so it's coming up. We've got a bunch of stuff recorded from Glide from exploring abandoned places or abandoned and forgotten places. It was pretty cool. We did a lot of really neat stuff with him, and we're working with a producer in LA that come up. We shot some stuff with him. So I'm going back to Phoenix in a couple of days. Next week, if there's anyone, there's some bunch of people around Phoenix. I want to show me some mines around Florence and some other spots. So we're gonna get a hold of them, and so we're planning on doing a whole bunch more stuff up in the Arizona area, and we'll do some more stuff with Glide too. So. All right, so I'll answer some of your questions. Haven't been by here for a while, so a little weird being in the snow here after being in Arizona, but we'll get back to the warm weather pretty quick here. So yeah, so hope you guys are all are having a good time and enjoying some of the stuff that we've been into. So any places in West Virginia, I doubt we're going to be any place other than in Arizona. I mean, there's just so many places to go, so many mines. You can only do so much in a year, so we're probably going to be just hanging around the Arizona area. And when I go back north to Canada, maybe probably going to go through some California. Maybe meet some of you guys in California on the way up. Who knows, Oregon, whatever. That won't be till probably the end of February or so. So we got a couple of months of lots of cool places in Arizona we're going to get into. So have you run into a bunch of rattlesnakes? Yeah, we saw a couple. The one day we saw one on the road, and we stopped to get some shots of them. I don't know if we ran him over. He was pretty sluggish when we saw him. Another time we were in a mine and went to the bottom at it, and Glide was outside, and I was hiking all through the attic, and I went out to go through the top at it, and there was a big rattler. So he was kind of pissed off actually. He was coiled up, and got some cool pictures of him. If you head over to my Facebook page, which is just exploring bad mines, there's some pictures of that rattler. John Robinson, hey Frank, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Good evening, Frank. Yeah, rattlesnake tastes better than chicken. I guess you can kill them here in Arizona. In BC, they're endangered. Hardly ever see any, so we not even allowed to kill them. And I'd hate to anyways. I kind of like snakes, so no, we never bothered him. So he would have just ran away. But the Glide was on the top end. He didn't have no place to go, so he just kind of hung out there. Whatever became up with the meat, the Hollywood producer. Yeah, he came and hung out with us for a couple of days, and he'd never been underground before. But this guy. He's done a whole bunch of stuff for National Geographics, and he's been down in South America and doing stuff with in caves and stuff, filming snakes eating bats and stuff like that. So he has been around. He's a pretty cool guy, and yeah, so we hung up there and we sent him a bunch of stuff. So I don't know, we'll see what happens with that. So Glide's got a bunch of stuff he's sending to him. So they're high up in there, and they're it's making the rounds. So a little trick, West Virginia with the rattlesnakes. Take a thick magazine and wrap it in your shins with some tape. I don't know. So most of the rattlesnakes are just kind of inside the attic. They're just trying to cool off a little bit. So yeah, basically just take your time and watch where the hell you're going. So it hasn't been such a big deal with it. So thanks for your new playlist. I'm already rewatching them. Yeah, no, it's really good. It always kind of pisses us off when you're trying to watch a video. Yeah, watch a video at the end, and then something random comes up after that. And you don't know where you are on the channel. So now if you click on that playlist, you can pick anything from that playlist, and the next video on the playlist will come when you're done watching that. So yeah, probably work out good for both of us. So snakes keep the rats and the mice down. They do. The coolest thing that we seen in mine a little while ago, we saw a miner's cat, and they used to keep these miner's cats in the mines by the stove or something. And in the daytime they just sleep, and then at night they come out and then they kill the mice and the rats. So we got some really cool video of him. So we've been hanging around here trying to do a bunch of editing, and so Sharon's been helping me out, and we got some real cool. We've got a new outro and some other stuff that we're working on, so you guys will see that pretty soon. You ever feel like you're on the set of a Western show in some areas east of Phoenix? Yeah, sort of. I expect I'm going to meet Clint Eastwood someday. So, good evening, Frank. Good evening. Take a few home. We have plenty of New Mexico you can have. So the Diamondbacks are a lot more poisonous in Arizona and in the States than they are in Canada. We just have timber rattlers, and if you get bit by them, they'll probably make a dog or a cat and all sick or something and kill them. So, BC Herbs, hello from Terrace, BC. Frank, hello. You're up in the Antioch country there. What's the best thing you find in a mine? Well, I don't know. That kind of depends. This mine cat that we got some video out of is really cool. We've been trying to catch up with them. If you recall, a couple of years ago in Mexico, we saw an animal I saw an animal in a mine, just kind of seeing the ass end of them going somewhere, and I didn't know what the hell it was. So that was pretty interesting. It turned out it was ring-tailed or a mine cat. So I don't know if anyone else has ever got any video of them. They're really neat. So that was pretty cool. So have you been anywhere in the UK? Nope, never been in the UK in my life. You and Glenn been drinking any cold beverages lately? No, I flew back up to Canada to spend a little time with my girlfriend for a week, and then again, I'm heading back there. So I'm going to be in the Phoenix area for a little while, around there, and then I'll head back up in there and hook up with Gly, and we'll go see some other stuff up there. Where's your beer, Frank? Oh, it's not too far away. So in Alberta, they don't have extra old stock, so you got to drink this stuff. It's all right. All right. I think there's an old salt mine somewhere in Texas. There may be. What beer are you drinking down south here? There's something called ice, something or other. It's not too bad down there. Love your videos. Watching from Japan. Oh, hello. I don't imagine there's many mines in Japan you can get into. Cheers, Frank. Killer Beard, man. I started mine. Hope I can get near that caliber of awesomeness. I think it's in the genes. Have you done this all your life? No, I started this 2015, so 4 years, 4.5 years, 5 years. I don't know. Depends how you count, I guess. How would you describe your accent? I don't think I have an accent, but other people think otherwise. When I'm down in the States, it seems like most people talk the same as me, but don't know the same difference. We say a maybe a few more times. That kind of gives it away, but to me, I don't know. When I'm watching something on TV, the people on TV talk the same as I am, so I don't know why people think I have an accent. In Canada, we kind of talk all the same. Further back east, the Newfies and stuff have different accents. The last place in the States, in Texas, in the South, in New York, they talk differently, but I don't consider I have an accent, but other people think differently. There's all kinds of people said they have a Scottish accent. I've never been to Scotland in my life, so I don't know. There's all kinds of theories on it. Have you ever been in any WI or NM mines? I don't even know what that is. What, Wisconsin, Minnesota? I've never been there. The Tombstone mine is a huge one. Not sure where that one is. What's the new feature? The new feature here. I'll put it up. What it is if you click on that, you go to here. I'll put it on here. I'll give you a link to it here. Okay, so if you go to that. You click on that, it gives you a link of all the videos that are on the channel. So if you go to any of those videos, you watch that video, and then the next video will come up. So it starts off with the very first video. You don't have to watch it right from the very first. You can go to any one. You watch that one, then automatically the next video in the series or the next video that was recorded will come up. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. Otherwise, when you're watching the video, you finish watching it, then some other random video comes up that you really don't want to watch, and then you kind of lose your spot and you can't find your way back. I find that anyway. So So we're going to do that. Been to some old war caves in Okanawa. Don't even know where that is. Central Texas is pretty much accent free. Yeah, I've traveled around Texas. So want to come say hi? No. I'm hanging out with Sharon here for a week in Red Deer, so but she's a little shy. She has been into some mines in. I was in Weimar with her. We haven't recorded it yet, and she's just awesome for ropes. Well, come on, just say hi real quick here. So she's a little bit shy, but she's really good with ropes and stuff. And she's going to be joining us probably down in Arizona, and she loves going down big shots. She's really good at ropes and stuff. So she's going to be my partner, and we're going to go do. We'll show you guys a bunch of her, and we're going to be going down a bunch of ropes. So say hi to everyone.
Hello.
All right, more questions. You have a chance to get some grub at Tech? Yeah, tacos in Phoenix. Okay. Sounds like English to me. Yeah, more or less is. When are you back in BC? I won't be back in BC till probably 1st of March or somewhere around there when the snow starts melting. Canadian English is strongly influenced by Scottish immigration. Do you have enough rope to explore any deep mines? Yeah, we got piles of rope. We just got a bunch of 10.5 millimeter rope that works better in the center that Sharon's got because she's got the Geekry, and so we got 400 feet of that, and we probably have another, I don't know, 700 or 800 feet of other rope. So we got piles of rope. What more do we need? Hi, Frank. Hi. I know when I moved to BC from Vancouver, Washington, I was told I had an accent. Not sure why they thought so. I noticed people in Washington State below us. There's just a couple of things they say are a little differently. They'll say y'all. We don't say that in Canada. So just a couple of things, but basically, I was surprised. I thought America it would be a lot different than being American Canada, and where we are, me and Gly in the trailer park. There's people from all over. Mostly America, Utah, Idaho, all over the place, and some from Canada. To me, they're all the same. I don't really notice any difference in the way people talk, act, and the way they treat you. They're friendly. People are just people. I didn't really. I thought it would be a little different being in America, but after you've been there for a month or something, I find it hard to believe that I'm not in Canada. It seems all the same to me. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but where do you buy your descending equipment? I got quite a bit of stuff from mostly off Amazon, Mountain Equipment Co-op. I don't think there's a huge difference. Of course, brand stuff. We got a lot of Petzl stuff. Sharon just got a new hat because that's the thing about the Petzl stuff. So they're for if you have a smaller head, it doesn't fit you, and that's a real pain because everything's kept falling off. So if you buy something online, you got a small head that may not fit you. So I just got her a new, or she did, or whatever. She's got a new. How far do you live from the U.S. border? I'm only half a mile north of the U.S. border, so it's not very far at all. Sorry for my English. It's probably as good as mine. You're the best mine explorer on YouTube. Keep it up. Well, thank you. Sharon says that all the time too. A, not A. But with Canadians, when you make a statement and you're talking to someone and you're asking, you say A because you want to know if they agree with you. So you say, "Oh, that's a mighty fine beer, eh?" So you're soliciting a comment. That's the point of that. So. All right, your videos are great but terrifying. Well, it's just mostly entertainment, and the more you do of something, the more comfortable you get with it, and it doesn't really bother you that much. One bad thing about America is really terrible down there where we are in the desert. The cell phone service is horrible there. You can barely get a signal out. If you guys try to send me an email or something like that, I can't even download attachments, and it's really bad service there, which is really strange to me. I hadn't expected that because there's fiber optic cable going right underneath the park, but they don't have fiber optic. They got worse internet there than do in Mexico, which was a real surprise. But so it does make it challenging for communications where we are anyhow. I mean, if you're in a big city, it's different, obviously, but yeah, we are. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Hello, Frank from California. I was wondering how often you encounter bad air in mines. I was wondering it's more common in wet mines than dry. No, we haven't noticed any difference. But the thing is, never go to coal mines. If I never go to coal mines, you're going to have a lot of problems with bad air in coal mines. I've been in hundreds of mines. I've found maybe 3 or 4 places where there was oxygen that was a little bit lower than normal, which isn't much, but so it's not common, but it does happen. So, but like I say, never go into coal mines. You're going to have black, damp, toxic gases, low oxygen. Just there's a whole list of stuff that's going to go wrong in coal mines and kill you. Where are you going next in Canada? Explore. I'm not going anywhere in Canada for any time soon. So back to Arizona, and I got to fly into Phoenix. I got my truck, my trailer there, and so we're gonna be in the Phoenix area for probably maybe up to Florence and up to Cave Creek and some of those other areas around there. She's a pretty one, Frank. She adds to the show. Get her in more shows. Yeah, she'll be in more shows. And she's tough, eh? For our first day, we went into a climbing gym here in Red Deer, and she climbed up this wall faster than I could. So, and she'd never done any climbing before, and just really good at the ropes and stuff. When we were in Weimar and stuff, we went 300 feet down, in a dark mine down the straight. She had no problem at all. Most guys, they'd never follow me where I go, so she's pretty tough. So, good match. Thank you for answering questions. Most YouTubers don't unless it's a super chat, giving them money. Yeah, I'm not here to make money off you guys. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I get money from YouTube. That's really that kind of pays most of my expenses. So, yeah, if you want to give me a bunch of money, what you can do is you just put it on. You just go click on that link and then just leave it running, and go do something else. Well, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to do that. That's fraud, isn't it? Your dog could watch it though. How would they know if you were watching it? Your dog was watching it. You're wearing my favorite shirt. I've never bought a YouTuber shirt before. I had to buy one of yours. Well, hey, that's cool. Let's think. And we've got this real cool. Me and Sharon, we spent the whole day. We've got a real cool outro coming up that for the 2020. So we look forward to that. So she helped me out with that quite a bit. She's got a lot more patience than I do. Well, I have a lot of patience, but I hate to wait. So get that powered parachute going. Okay, so the pictures you see in the power parachute, the still pictures, Sharon took all of those. So got it all running, and then she came back home, and I went south, so we didn't get to fly it all that much. My girlfriend says you guys are cute. Well, you're no guy, are you? Okay, let me know if you want some company, eh? Where? Love the Mexican mine hunts. 10K on the way, sir. So yeah, that's another real exciting thing. So we're about 2,000 subscribers short of 100,000. So obviously, if you guys get the notification for this video, you're already subscribed to it. But yeah, so that's pretty exciting. What that's going to do is going to make a big difference to the monetization because a lot more companies are bidding on once you get to that point, a lot more people interested in advertising on your channel, which and the way it works, I don't know if you guys know that, but so the ads you see on YouTube, there's companies that bid on them. It's an auction, so whoever is offering the more money, they get to put the ads on there. It's got nothing to do with me. YouTube looks after it all. I get, I think, 60%, and they keep 40%. So the more advertisers are interested in your content, the more they bid it up. So the better you do on it. So. All right, Angel. So Sharon is cute. She is. All right, so I love to go through to explore mines. It'd be fun to see them in person here. So the problem we always have with that, if you're experienced in mines and you can go into mines and do stuff, then that works out good. But if you've never been in a mine before or you're squeamish, it's kind of a pain in the ass, to be frank about it, because you just start going a little ways and they say, oh, it's dark and scary. I don't want to go any further. So then you got to go back, or you can't leave them there. So it's a real pain, taking people in that aren't qualified and can't do the stuff that we do. So I got to be kind of picky about who I bring in. I mean, if you want to send me an email and you say, there's some cool mines and all that kind of stuff, and you want to come in and maybe wait on the outside, if it's a problem, you can. But I mean, I'm not really the best tour guide. My patience and I'm not a babysitter, and I don't take people on tours and stuff. If there's people that are into doing this kind of stuff, then keep up and do it. Great. If not, it's kind of a problem. All right. Okay. The plaque. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a plaque from YouTube. This is something about a button. Oh, Sharon got me this real cool thing for Christmas, and it's a stock certificate from a mine, from Grand Forks mine. So show it to me, and I'll show it to you. I'll grab it and I'll show it to you guys. And these little mining companies are all just a bunch of snake oil salesmen, and they just sell a bunch of money to a bunch of shares to raise some cash to do mining or whatever. But mostly probably so these stock certificates go way back to the 1800s. So this is a really cool one that Sharon got for me. She found it online actually. So this, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's a stock certificate for 5,000 shares of Grand Forks Gold Mining Company. So from the 1800s. So that's pretty cool. I never even heard of this company, so they went broke. So, but that's what happened, especially in the old days. These stock promoters, they'd buy these. They'd sell these shares and then they'd spend the money and they give themselves all a big salary and they spend the money and nobody ever made any money off it most of the time. Sometimes they made some money off it. So, all right, like and share the content. People hit the thumbs up. So, have you ever explored? I'm sorry, I started reading that. And if I don't answer your question, it's not that I'm trying to ignore you. It's very difficult to read them all and talk at the same time. So, if I didn't answer your question, be free to post it again. Frank, do you have a radiation detector in any of the mines in Arizona that might have been for uranium? No, I don't. And a little bit of radiation is not going to kill you because your exposure is going to be for a very short period of time. It's not like you're working in there 8 hours a day. You're in there for a very brief period of time. So I'm not worried about it. And, the worst thing that's going to happen is going to lower your sperm count. I ain't got to worry about that. I've been fixed. So. Have you ever been? Scott, no, it doesn't have no problem with libido. I guess you're gonna have kids with two heads or something if you get too much radiation. I don't know. Have you ever been to any of the mines in Cochise County? I've never even heard of Cochise County. Deepest, I was down an incline shaft in BC that was 1,500 feet down. What's the sketchiest? When's the sketchiest time to explore mines? We don't know there's any. Just before the big the incident, I guess, just before some rocks fell down. That'd be the sketchiest. I wonder if you ever explored with anyone that could keep up with you. Oh yeah, I mean, you don't have to, exactly keep up with me, but yeah, sure. You guys have seen the videos I've done and went all kinds of people and stuff, and they all have their skills and their good points and their bad points, but. Have you ever heard of Floyd Collins? I'm sure the risk of injury is worse and high going alone into mines and caves. I enjoy your videos. Um, uh, uh, the risk of injury is worse going alone. Not really, because frankly, if I'm by myself, I'm a little bit more careful because if I got somebody else with me, I'll maybe take a chance going up some real steep thing, and if I fall down and slip down and break my leg, then somebody knows where I am. I'm actually more careful if I'm by myself. So if you have someone with you, you know that someone's got your back and they know where you are, so they can help you. So no, actually, it's probably the risk of injury is probably higher if you have more people, I think. And then also if you have more people, there's more chance that something could happen to one of them. And I've been in hundreds of mines. I've taken dozens of people, and nothing's ever happened to me or anyone else. The risk is actually probably greater if you traveling to the mine. Especially on some of these roads and stuff. You're hiking up steep places and side by sides, and the risk is minimal. So I mean, there is some risk, but look at all the people who get killed in dirt bikes, quads, skidoos, traffic accidents, lung cancer, on and on and on and on. So, and I don't know if anyone's ever been hurt or killed at exploring an abandoned mine. So, ever drink at the King Eddie in Westminster? Maybe. I don't know. Nobody drinks in bars anymore. It's too bloody expensive. What's the difference between a winze and a raise? Okay, well, a winze is if so you're going along an adit or a tunnel or whatever you want to call it. There's just a hole going straight down, and all the ore is brought back up to that level, so it doesn't go anywhere else. It doesn't connect to anything. So that would be a winze. A raise is if you're going along an adit or a tunnel or something like that, and all of a sudden you see something above you. So it goes up. It could be connected, or it could just end. But it's above. A winze would be below you, and a raise would be above you. Lots of times the raise connects to another level, to an ore pass or something like that, but it doesn't always. So the raise will go up. Hi Frank, how's working with Gly? He's it's interesting. He's very anal about this video production. He's very good at video production stuff. He won't go the places that I will. He's got a little more common sense or something like that. He's got a little different style, but I think we kind of our talents complement each other. So and so doing the rope work, he hasn't done any rope work. So but it's kind of cool. So we're into some deep places that are over 300 feet straight down, and so he's my man up top. He's done a really good job scoping out all these mines and all this stuff. Pretty good on the history. His geology is good. So we both bring other different things to the shows, and the best way that we've kind of done it is sometimes so I'll take my cameras and I'll shoot a video of the two of us going in, and another time he'll shoot a different one and put it out on his channel. So yeah, so you can watch his channel, see some of the stuff that I'm doing too. So if you like, it's his channel's called Abandoned and Forgotten Places. He's quite a bit more anal about the shots and everything being perfect and all that, and I'm more about let's keep this entertaining and not too boring. I think I'm like and he says I'm like an F-18. He's more like a I don't know Cessna or something like that. I think that's the way he puts it, something like that. So his style is a little bit more laid back, and he's going to take more time explaining stuff and going through it. And I'm going to be the guy that goes to places where other people won't go. So. No, thanks for going to the mines with me. I went about 200 feet inside one in California, turned around, didn't have it in me, take care. I'm really not encouraging people to go to mines. What we're trying to do is document as many of these mines as we can because, the government is closing them all up and they're caving in or whatever. So, for future generations that would say, well, okay, there's this mine in my backyard. I'd like to see what it looked like underground. And this is probably going to be maybe the only chance for, someone to actually document that. And you can see what the old time miners done and what these mines look like. So, the purpose of the show isn't really to encourage other people to go underground in other mines. If you decide you want to or you don't want to, that's up to you. But it's not the purpose of the shows. And so we got a nasty letter from a mining company. You get them all the time. Threatening me with lawsuits and trespassing and all this other shit. And they say it's because this is going to encourage other people to go into mines. Well, I'll call bullshit on that because there's been people exploring abandoned mines for 200 years, as long as there's been mines around, or longer probably. And there was no YouTube back then, so people have always explored abandoned mines. And the one thing, if you guys are watching my stuff, you're going to learn some basic safety stuff. If people get injured or killed over mines, usually because they're doing something stupid. For instance, not having a gas detector, not having enough lights, and and these different things that we're showing you. We're showing the hazards of loose rock and all this kind of stuff. Not to touch anything, not to disturb anything. So we're giving you, I'm not recommending that you go into mines, but at least we're educating people as to what the hazards are. So hopefully, if people do go in mines, maybe they'll be a little bit better educated than if there weren't YouTube videos. So, anyways, so that's my take on it. Do you think you might come back? I'm sorry, it's gone too fast. At least you show how to go into a mine the safe way. So, people can criticize what I do or whatever, but my track record's been pretty good. I mean, I've been in hundreds of mines for the last 4 years. I've never been injured. No one that has ever been with has been injured. So, I know these people could say I'm an amateur and, I walked on rope and you should throw it away and all this other stuff, but, bullshit, I say. So, all right. So I was wondering about the ore and crystals you might have looked at closer. Sometimes I wish you'd talk more about the geology of the area in the mine. Frankly, I'm not really qualified to do so. Geology and that is very specialized. It's different in different areas. There's no point in me going on about something I don't know anything about. I'm not going to do that. So, I don't bullshit my viewers about ghosts and start talking at length about stuff that I don't know anything about. So, I try to share what I do know with people, and so I'm not a geologist. I'm not a miner, so I've been in a lot of mines. I understand how they operate and different things. And one thing I really kind of enjoyed is a lot of people made comments, especially in the early days, and said, "No, you're wrong. It doesn't work that way," or I looked at something. I says, well, this is what this was for. And he said, no, it's not that. So I've learned a tremendous amount from comments, that feedback that I got from, and there's a lot of people that are miners and they spent all their lives underground and stuff. They watch my stuff and they say they really appreciate what they do. And but still, if I say something wrong or I misspeak, I certainly appreciate the comments to correcting that. Because they don't know everything, right? So I'm kind of learning as I go along. And if you watch my older videos and I watch them and I think, oh, I know I was wrong about this, I was wrong about that, and then so if you make comments on older videos, take that into consideration that the show's evolved and I've learned a lot more than when I first started going into mines as far as the history and how stuff was done. So I'm gonna. All right. So what the heck here? Okay, so I'm going to give you this link again. So I was telling you guys about this link here. So if you go to this, it's really cool. If you follow this link that I just posted up there, it's going to take you a list of all my videos. So you can go to any of the videos, newer ones, the older ones, whatever. And then after you're watching that one, the next one in the series will come up. So if you want to watch a group of them or whatever, you can do that. And it'll automatically take you to the next one when you're finished the one you're watching. You're very educational. Thank you, Frank. You're welcome. And I try to to share the knowledge that I've gained and stuff from the research and from my personal observations. The one thing, I was a rancher most of my life, and I never was the one to get somebody else to do something for me. I figured everything out, screwed up lots of stuff, and you kind of learn and you get that kind of common sense of being in the country and doing everything yourself. You kind of figure out how stuff works. So, and it's kind of served me well as far as the mines. I kind of look at it and kind of figure out, because I ran equipment and all that all my life, and it's been kind of makes it easier to figure that kind of stuff out if you're used to doing that. Thanks for everything, Frank. It's been a fun ride, Gary. You're welcome, Gary. Right on, thanks. So, what's the most surprising artifact you've ever found in a mine? I don't know. It's difficult to say. People ask me that. So I guess in Arizona stuff, the animals have been really interesting. So we got huge amounts of bats. You guys haven't seen that much. We've got a mine cat, and as far as I know, no one's ever videoed one. We've seen signs of them and a little glimpse and whatnot. Seen a mine cat in there trying to catch some bats. That was really cool. Rattlesnakes in mines, and so the some of the different insects. But in Arizona, just kind of lately, I've really enjoyed some of the wildlife and different things we've seen in the desert, and lots of stuff in the mines. So the most surprising artifact, well, I know dynamite, original signs and stuff. Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. I mean, I got a whole museum full of stuff, and it's a lot different in the States here. There's virtually nothing for artifacts in mines. I mean, there's been so many people in the mines here. The mines in Canada that we go into, there's been nobody in them. So, the dynamite and all the tools and everything's still here. In Arizona, there's just way more people here. And in the desert, especially in the wintertime, there's all kinds of people going around and side by sides and exploring all this stuff. The exception is we start getting ropes and getting some real deep stuff, which we're getting more into. So you're going to see stuff that the tourists just don't go down there, because the average person is not going to go 300 feet down shaft to explore, deep into these mines. So that you're going to start seeing more of that kind of interesting stuff. And so it's been, and if there has been people down there, it's too difficult for them to get the artifacts, the mine carts and skip cars and winches and that out, because it's just so far underground. So, all right. Go underground with you any day, Frank. Gary says, no, thanks. I started exploring mines because of your channel. Great hobby. All right. What's the name of the rubber boots you wear in the mines? They're Viking. Very well made. I had the cork version before. They last a long time, and they're really soft and comfortable. They're not like regular rubber boots. I really recommend them. And I had to pay for them, so it's not a paid recommendation. Mine videos, railway videos, sewer videos are kind of a history of working men, unrecorded by academia so far. Well, the problem was in the old days. I mean, there's pictures of mines and stuff because they had they were able to get flash bulbs and stuff and take pictures inside mines, but no video back then because it's just too dark. It's difficult to film mines, when it's dark. So now with the better technology and lights, and the better video, it's possible to do that. How much longer are you staying in Arizona? Probably be here till March or so, end of February, March, somewhere in there. I got to be back home by the 10th of March because my visa runs out then. Be careful if you ever go exploring mines by the border. There's lots of bandits down there with military and gear that shoot the smugglers and people for their stuff. There's crazy people everywhere. Look forward to seeing some deep mines. Been with you since the beginning, Gary. Yeah, I've seen your comments since. I really appreciate it. There's been lots of people that supported me and watched my videos all the whole time. So. Hey Frank, nice to see you live. Hey darling, can I trouble you for another brewski? It's awesome having a partner, right? Me? Awesome having a partner. Hey Frank, glad to see you live. I have channel running 24/7 on my computer at work since watching all your videos. I figured that's a good way to support the cause. Stay safe, brother. Yeah, no cost you nothing. So, like I say, if you click on that on that link or whatever, you go to that playlist with all the mines, and that makes it real easy. You know what? If you get smashed in a rock fall, so be it. I doubt you'd be around to tell about it. I have no problem going to confined spaces because I know, I know this is now the training. The same thing. If I get killed in a mine, I'm not worried about it. I mean, what the hell? I'm 57 years old now. I enjoy what I'm doing. It's the same if I was riding a motorcycle, whatever. If something happened, something happens. I mean, I'm not going to sit at home on the couch worrying about if I'm going to die someday. What's going to happen? If something happens to me, I wouldn't feel bad about it. And I was talking to the guy about this other day, and if I end up somewhere in a deep in a mine that collapses, I don't think anyone should risk their lives to try to get my body out. What for? I didn't care what happens to my body if I die. I mean, they'll probably just cremate you or whatever. Why not just fill the damn hole up or just leave the person there? Why spend a whole bunch of money and time and effort trying to get someone's body out of it? Doesn't make any sense to me. But hello from a caver and fellow explorer from Vermont, not far from you. Hello. What's the deepest level you've explored in a mine? We're 1,500 feet below the surface. Is the deepest we've been down. You're great. Thanks. With all your travels, has your rig broken down yet? Blew a tire, bad gas, hit a deer. Well, that's just common things that happen to farmers all the time. I got stuck in the desert. You blow tires all the time, fix tires. But that side by side, you can drive for a long, long ways without any air in the tire. I was a rancher all my life. You're dealing with that stuff on a daily basis. Living life to the fullest. Why not? I mean, especially when you get older. I mean, like my dad. I mean, he'd come explore a mine with me just before he died. He died when he was 78, and he got cancer, and he decided, well, he was just going to get assisted suicide and was going to, be in the hospital suffering. That was that, which I kind of admire him for that. And we're all, there's all going to be an end for all of us some point. So what the hell, you might as well, as you start getting, I'm in the last quarter of my life, you might as well do what you want to do and not worry about death. It's going to come anyway. So why worry about it? I mean, there's nothing really to do about it anyhow. It's going to come. It's going to come. And usually, what it is that kills you, it's not the things you worry about. It's usually something you never saw coming. So, it could be, we could leave in here, go to the airport, and somebody could be texting their semi and oncoming traffic and hit them, and that's it. I mean, anything could happen. All right. Gotta let air out of the tires and the washes. Yeah, I've heard that. Hi, Frank. Tell that fancy new assistant of yours to get an Instagram account up and post every now and again. I don't have an Instagram because I don't have a smartphone. So it wouldn't work. Yeah. Buy hoodies and shirts to explore Frank's long channel. Yeah, no thanks. I mean, I know some people they give me some money through the. I got a link there for I don't know what you call that. Whatever. What do you call that? What? That link for that money? I don't remember. But yeah, it makes more sense to buy a T-shirt. What the hell? You got a Patreon or whatever, and people bug me about putting it up, and some people give me some money through Patreon, but what the hell? You might as well buy a T-shirt. I mean, you get something out of it, or a hoodie or something. These hoodies are cool. That's all I ever wear. The long sleeve ones are quite warm. The T-shirts are they're a summer thing, but these long sleeve ones are really warm and they're well made. The hoodies are really warm, but yeah, if you want to support the channel, that's probably a better way to do it. or just leave your computer on with my videos and let your dog watch them. That doesn't cost you nothing. You can support it that way, or don't do anything. That's fine. I don't care. Whatever. Keep your eyes out for meteorites. So pretty exciting. We're almost getting to 100,000 subscribers. So that's going to be really exciting. So that's going to. What's up?
Bonfire.
Bonfire. Oh, that's the T-shirt thing. It's called Bonfire. Yeah. The only certainty in life is death and taxes. Merch. I'll get some. Patreon. Yeah. Yeah, if you look on, there's a couple links to that kind of stuff. If you want a T-shirt, there's like a little tiny little logo on my main page. It's got a little bonfire, so that's where the T-shirts are. And there's the other T-shirts too. But whatever. I mean, the kind of cool thing about the T-shirts is you get a T-shirt and it advertises my channel. Doesn't hurt. Thanks for the videos. I'll never travel to do stuff like you. When I'm in a funk or bad mood, I watch your channel. Mind humor. Yeah, I mean, keep that in mind. I don't take nothing that I say too seriously. Basically it's entertainment. So I'm in the entertainment business, and a lot of people think I'm doing stuff for views on YouTube. I mean, I don't do anything crazy for anyone. If I do something, I feel like it's safe to me. So, or I'm not worried about it. I'm not doing it to show off or. The camera just happens to be rolling. That's all. I just do what I do. I'd be doing the same thing if there wasn't a camera there. So. All right. Yeah, 100,000 by Christmas. Called it. Yeah, I would think so because we're getting close. Just cracked open a high test. Yeah, I wish I had a high test. They don't have it in Alberta anymore. Alberta, they used to have. Well, my favorite beer was when they had the high test. The extra old stock in bottles. I like bottles. Way better than drinking out of cans. Then they quit. They quit offering bottles in BC. Just went to cans. So. And that was the only good thing about Alberta. Well, not the only good thing about Alberta, but they still have bottles in Alberta. So that was cool. I look forward to that. Now, this time I come to Alberta to visit Sharon. They don't even have extra old stock in cans anymore. So Alberta's going down. I'm definitely not moving to Alberta. Well, not for the beer, anyways. All right. I'm a fan from the Philippines. Yeah. Hi. I've been a mile deep. Is there any? Tell us, is there mines in the Philippines? There probably is. There's mines just about every place in the world. People always say, "Oh, you should come to Australia and explore some mines." It's about 5,000 miles away. It costs about $2,000 to fly there, and plus it's like 120 in the shade every day. It's a nasty place to go. And why would a guy go around the globe explore mines? All right. Do you have a Dutch ancestry? I do not. I was born in Canada. My parents are German. What part of Arizona do you like the best? I don't know. I haven't seen all Arizona. I don't know. I don't like Phoenix. There's too many people there. I'm not a big city guy, so I thought Vegas would be cool going through Vegas. I hated Vegas. I could hardly wait to get out of there. Man, I can't see spend time in Vegas. Thing is really growing. Congrats. Thank you. Ever find gold keeping? Okay, well, that's interesting. So yesterday we were in Edmonton. We went to some museums that had and what was it called? The Alberta something museum, the biggest museum they have in Edmonton there. And then they had lots of rocks and minerals and stuff in there. And they had a lot of gold samples there. So I really don't know what gold looks like. It's not common to see gold in hard rock mines, but there was some examples of it. It was pretty cool. Usually when you see something in a video, it's a pyrite. But gold is actually quite a lot duller than the pyrites were. So that was kind of interesting. So it'd be easier for me to recognize gold if I ever did see it in a mine, but I wouldn't really think I would. So, a mine is basically a hole in the ground that's left when the miners take all the gold out or the minerals out. So it's not likely. So tell Gly howdy for me. Vegas sucks. Well, I mean, if you like freaking crowds in big cities, I guess. I don't know. And gambling, I don't know. I can never see you go in a casino and there's like a sea of blue-haired old ladies putting, coins into a slot machine and pulling them out there, and they all look really grumpy. I don't know. It doesn't look to me like they're having a good time. I don't see how someone would think they would actually win money at a casino by putting money into a slot machine. I mean, obviously, it's all rigged, and the host makes the money. So, don't know what you're doing there. What's your favorite snow machine? Well, the one I got is just it's a super wide track Scandic, so it's just a tractor. It goes, it'll do 60 mile an hour, and it hardly ever gets stuck. You can pull a lot of weight with it, but it's not a race car. It's a tractor. Philippines is the fifth most mineral rich country in the world for gold, nickel, copper, and chromite, and home to the largest gold copper deposit in the world. I wonder if that's true. Everyone says they got the biggest copper mine, gold mine, the deepest, but okay, so there's definitely minerals in the Philippines. The last mine you're in Eureka, Utah was awesome. Sucks that you had to turn around. Any plans on going back to Eureka? Well, I don't know. So the first show that you seen there, we went in this tunnel and I got a real nasty letter from a lawyer threatening to sue me and fucking take me to court and arrest me and blah, 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 which I basically ignored. Apparently he says it's called the Holland Tunnel. Now I'm thinking maybe he doesn't even know where the hell I was. I don't know, because it wasn't any, there wasn't any indication on the outside that where I was, and it wasn't a tunnel that I went to. So probably shouldn't go into that one. But the other ones I was went into, yeah. When I saw Sharon, I said, well, it'd be really cool if we go back there and check out some of the other ones. I mean, but we're kind of careful in the States because I don't want to have my waiver pulled, so I don't want to get charged with any crimes or trespass or anything like that. So I'm really careful in the States. I don't go into places that are fenced off that say no trespassing or wreck anything and go anywhere. So as far as I know, I've never broken any law exploring mines here. So do you play guitar, Frank? Here's ZZ Top. Looking good. No, I don't have any musical talents. The only musical talent is that I have that when the classic rock is playing on the radio, I can generally tell who it is, name the artist, and the song. So I've got that talent. But as far as playing, I can play "Smoke on the Water." That's about it. All right. So what's up from Kentucky? Need you to come out check our caves? I don't go into caves. Mines are way safer than caves. The reason being is mines are actually made for men and equipment to go in and take minerals out. Caves are just kind of random openings, and man, they're nasty. A lot of people died in caves. I know them cavers think mines are dangerous, and I don't know why, but anyhow. Another plane in the future. Well, I have a powered parachute. That's kind of like an aircraft. So I had a little video of it. If you look back on my latest stuff, there's about a 5-minute video of the powered parachute. If you don't know what it is, it's going to be really good for scoping out mines because you fly at 28 miles an hour and you can fire really low and slow. Get some awesome video of it. Better than a drone. If you ever want to see all the attractions in Vegas, sounds weird, but go for Christmas. Nobody's there. Yeah. Well, the problem with Vegas is that there was no place to park or even stop. And I went through with my trailer and my camper, and I didn't know where to go. And it's just a crazy place anyhow. So, all right. Good night, Frank. Works back in. Yeah, have a good one. You ever been lost in a mine or forgotten which way is out? Well, if you're just on one level, use the right-hand rule. You just keep going to the right, and then you end up going to all the sections. But if you're starting to go up different raises and different levels, then that, and in the slopes, that causes more problems. So occasionally, it might be 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour till I kind of find my way back out, but it's not really a big deal because I've got lots of lights. So I've been lost, it's not really been a big deal. But do you plan on coming to New Mexico? Not in the near future. Probably not this winter. You ever been attacked by a barking spider? No, other people have been. How many lumens do you need to see adequately underground? Not very much. The lights that we have go up to 1,000 lumens, but 750 being the common setting for it. But it's not because you need that much light to see underground. It's because you need that for the video. The way it works for videos, if the video camera doesn't get enough light, it slows the frames per second down. So you notice if you're panning, it gets blurry. It's because the frames per second is slowed down. If it runs at 60 frames per second, it'll be sharp and clear. So the reason why we use so much light is to make the camera happy. Probably 300, 360 lumens would be lots of light to see underground. and your eyes get used to less. So certainly not more than 500 for just exploring. For filming, you need more, so it's more complicated. Especially if you get into big stopes, and you want to film the back of big stopes, then you need like 4,000 lumens for those big stopes. I noticed on a lot of my videos when I'm using my GoPro, I'm actually got too much light on there because it's you notice a glare. So yeah, Vegas sucks. Go to Jackpot, Nevada, meet up with Jeff Williams. I bet you guys have a ball together. You know, I got a lot of respect for Jeff because he has a lot of knowledge, knows a lot about minerals and stuff. It'd be cool to do some stuff with him. Obviously, is kind of a little bit more in a drama than I am. Mostly granite in Vermont, but lots of gems and minerals. Do you ever camp in a mine? I've never camped in a mine, and I don't think I'd be camping in a mine down south. I mean, there's scorpions and rattlesnakes and mine cats. And what's tomorrow's show like? I've been watching reruns all week. Man, I'm not even. What is tomorrow's show? Oh, if you like cool minerals, I mean, this one has got some of the most colorful azurite and malachite and stuff that you've ever seen, just like blues and greens. So that there are a whole bunch. There are a bunch of mines that aren't that far down in quite a few different mines. If that's what I'm thinking of, I'm sure it is. So really colorful and stuff. Lots of mineralization. No, oh yeah, no. Yep, you're right. You're right, dear. Yeah, so we're visiting a gold camp, which is really cool. We found this abandoned gold camp that hadn't been visited by no one's been there for 4 years. It's completely set up in Scott. It's really cool. It has all the equipment there. They set a placer. It's kind of funny because it's a hard rock mine, placer operation, but they set a placer operation to extract the gold, which doesn't make any sense to me. But anyhow, so there's a John Deere 450 dozer there, crawler tractor, and all shaker tables, all that's all set up. There's a cabin there, all his food's in there, the coat and the hat. It's just like the miner, he just died there, disappeared. So everything's there in this camp. This is one of the most awesome places we've ever seen. We saw it from Google Earth and with the drone, and it's a really tough place to get into. It's been abandoned for 4 years, and yeah, all the equipment's there. It's really cool. That's a really cool show. You're really going to enjoy it. So the one I was talking about, the azurite and that kind of stuff, that's next week. The one after that. So. All right. So the video of you getting lowered into the mine shaft in Mexico, I had to stop watching. Give me such anxiety. That wasn't me that got lowered. I was the dope. That's the dope on the rope. The smart guys like me were up top lowering him down. Okay. We're gonna meet up someday. Up to shake your hand and say thanks in person. Yeah, really cool. I've met lots of people that watch my show. So, ever run out of batteries when caving? Well, I don't go caving, no, and I don't run out of batteries because all the lights I have are rechargeable. So, and I don't usually go with less than four lights. I don't run out of lights, and the lights that I have, the Phoenix lights that I have. So typically I run them on number 4, number 5 because I need the light for the camera. If they start running out of power, then they'll derate, go down to 2, or 3, and then 2. They just get dimmer. They don't ever run right out of power. I've never had one ever run right out of power, so they just get dimmer. But I always have extra lights, and I just change them. Why would you camp? I don't mind. Have you seen his trailer? Last time I chatted with Jeff, he said he wanted to do some stuff. Get on, Frank. Well, I haven't talked to him for a while, so. Azurite, is that beautiful blue crystalline stone? You know what? It's kind of funny. It just looks like someone spray painted blue on the rock. It's blue, yeah. The azurite and malachite, so that's silver and copper. All right, how many shows are you in edit at one time? Does YouTube pay you enough to keep this going, or is it an interesting hobby you could do without them? I don't know if I should really get into the financial part of it. Well, I mean, I could. So it's a little complicated. So we're getting probably I average about $2,000 a month for doing this. So it pays most of my expenses as far as travel, cameras. I mean, I went through lots of drones, cameras, travel. and all this kind of stuff. So this is something that I enjoy doing. I wouldn't be doing this at this level without YouTube. I just couldn't afford to do it. So it pays most of the bills. So yeah, it's important. And then also, when things are going good, then so basically, I'm not really lacking for any equipment that I need. It doesn't pay, it doesn't pay all the bills, but I mean, I don't mind putting some money into it. So, there's mines east of Mill City, Nevada. They're pretty good, middle of nowhere. The problem is lots of snow there, so it's very difficult to find mines when there's 6 feet of snow or whatever. So, found your channel about an hour ago. Love the content. Well, you got lots of videos to watch. I think there's 184. I have 3 copper mines close to Vermont, Frank. Don't, it's your business only. I don't know. I don't mind being honest and answering questions. I don't know. You just have to ask yourself. Yeah. I'll see. It's good for mill detectors. All right, guys. So, kind of the purpose of this live broadcasting, and enjoyed all you guys tuning in. Is just kind of telling you what I'm doing next. If any of you guys are in the Phoenix area, around Phoenix, I'll be back this next week. So, if you know there's some cool mines around Phoenix, somewhere in that area, give me an email, or you can either catch me on my Facebook or give me an email or something like that if you want to go into some mines with me, if you know where there's some mines are. So I've got some other leads. There's some other guys in that area. So we're always kind of looking for people around Arizona that know where some good mines are and want to come with me. That's how that's just the best way to find really good high quality mines, because you spend a lot of time looking for them otherwise. So all right, so thanks everyone for joining me, and I'm gonna give this link one more time. So yeah, really kind of help me out if you guys kind of check this out, and you can see see all the videos that we have. And the advantage of doing this is you can go to this link and you can check out any of my videos, and then after that video is done, the next one that was recorded after that will just come back up instead of some other some random thing. So all right, nice to keep the balls dry in Arizona. Yeah, well, definitely the balls have been, well, actually haven't been dry. It's the sweat keeps them just as wet. But yeah, so and the other thing is, if you guys get bored, you can watch Gly's channel. He's got some pretty cool stuff filmed too. So all right, guys, thanks a lot for joining me, and have a good night. And we'll see you soon. It's hard to do a live broadcast from the desert. The internet is so slow. So I don't know when we'll see you, but we'll have a video for you tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, and every Saturday after that. Take care.